Hey YouTubers, Electric Adventures here with a double response video. I really don't like to upload videos too close together, and there's been so many good responses this week that I'm going to merge two into one video. There is actually another one on the Atari 40th anniversary, but that's special, so I'm going to do a separate video of that. So I'll do these two responses today and then do a bit more work on the Atari 40th special, and yeah, leave it like that. Otherwise, just too many videos to upload and nobody gets a chance to watch them. So the first one is by Lawnboyspost1975, and it's a very interesting question. So it's basically saying the game that made you fall in love with playing video games. And I've had to really think about this one because I suppose one of the very first video games I played would have been Adventure on a mainframe system when I went to college. So that's for those that are not familiar with it. It's the very first text-based, command and verb driven or command line adventure, and it's the Caneful, Zork and all those other games that followed it, and that was probably one of the very first video games I played. But also I suppose about the same time the 2600 was around as well, and it would have been around my friend's place playing the Atari 2600, and I suppose at the end of the day it'd be something. I'm still going to change my mind, aren't I? Yeah, I know what I'm thinking about it. So it's probably playing my friend and trying to beat him at something like Adventure for the Atari 2600. So Adventure, text-based, and Adventure. So the extrapolation thing, because I mean I really was a big D&D player and fan. And it's the reason why I ended up working for the store that I did, where they were into role-playing games and things like that, and then video games came along and became a big thing, because the computers were only a sideline, and they expanded from there. So I suppose that's my response. So still a little bit indecisive there, sorry, but that's probably the best I can do at the moment. Alright, now on to the next tag, which is the edt1138's Top 3 Tuesday, this week presented by RPGMachine. A very interesting tag, and he's basically asking the three pieces of artwork, cabinet art or display, that drew you in to play an arcade game. Now I have to do some runners up for this one. So my runners up, after quite a bit of looking at a few images and refreshing my memory and everything like that. So one of my favourite arcade games of all time, Time Pilot, didn't quite make my top 3. And closely, and in this, these are not in any order, these runners up, and my other runner up would be Xevious, a game that I put a lot of coins in and played a lot. Absolutely brilliant game for the time as well. And a slightly older game by Williams, and you've got Defender. Not quite as I mean, it's just an interesting piece of art on the side of this, and very not a lot of particular colours, but a very interesting image. Right, so now on to the business end of the thing. Let's go with my top 3. So number 3 was a game that I was lucky enough to have a version in the very first arcade, proper full arcade that I went to. So this isn't just like the milk shop. This is an arcade, and it was called Flashback. It was underneath the centre of the city, in one of the basements areas there. They opened it up. It was attached to one of the picture cinemas as well, and it was called Flashback. And this game, and I saw it, it had a lovely rumbling sound and great artwork on the side, and actually quite a different controller. It's actually got an accelerated controller that you move up a thrust controller like that, and 2 buttons to rotate the ship back and forth, and it's Lunar Lander, and it actually has quite detailed artwork, and it's a very nice looking cabinet. And harking back to the same era, of course, probably the very first arcade machine that I played was, of course, the original cabinet Space Invaders. Now, this cabinet is just a wonderful put together unit, and really good images and everything like that, and is actually one of the things that I would love to get in my retro collection of some size. Is an original Space Invaders cabinet. So, not a duplicate, and I actually know somebody who has two of them. So they're, I know they're both not working, but the cabinets are still there, so a good restoration project if I can talk them out of it. And I still am in contact with that person. Unlike the next thing, which I do have a friend who has one of these, and there are only two in the state of Tasmania at any one time, and so my number one choice is the Star Wars sit-down cabinet. I mean, this is an absolute, especially for a Star Wars fan, a science fiction fan, a fantastic game, and a brilliant piece of artwork. But these machines are extremely rare. They take up a lot of space too. They're large. There is a more common stand-up version, but the game doesn't have the same feel as in the sit-down. So we had two of these in the state of Tasmania here, and I actually know a person who talked the guy that owned the original two machines out of one, and he has it at his house last time I saw him, but this would be 4 or 5 years ago since I've seen him. I don't have his contact number or details or anything like that, but it'd be great to catch up with him sometime and see whether he's still got it. And then, of course, wouldn't it be great to play it again? It'd be great to play that again. But two very good tags. Make sure you check out the original videos, so Lawnboyspost1975's video, and Ed's video, and of course check out RPGMachine86's channel. Very good YouTuber, some great videos, and a really good question. And I'll catch you all next week.